So hi friend, so we are going to learn about menus now. So we have seen different kinds of menus in Android applications. So I will introduce you one by one about the menus, and in the last videos we have seen view components, and we have seen activity life cycles also. Now we will move towards the menus part, which is UI related part. And first thing I wanted to tell you is there are only three kind of menus in the Android. One is options, second is context, third is pop-up menu. Other than this, all are modified from these menus. Okay, so let's start with the option menu. So this menu is typically displayed at the top of the screen within the action bar, and it is used for actions related to the current activity. And the most common menu type typically accessed through an icon in the action bar or overflow menu. This is the most common type of menu. And for example, actions relevant to the current activity context, such as compose, email, or settings, or search. So there are different things you can add into this options menu, which is action bar menu. So let's go and check in Android Studio how we can achieve this menu. So let me delete the code I have here. Okay, so if I go to layout, as you can see, I have linear layout, buttons. Okay, I don't have any action bar or anything like that. Okay, if I go to design section, and if I click here, you can see there are number of themes for my application, right? Even if you go to project and if you go to values, themes, you can see no action bar theme, which is base theme. See theme.new app, which is the base theme, and which is no action bar theme is used. That means whenever you run your application, there will be no action bar here, default action bar. There will be no default action bar. You can include toolbar and you can show it, but there will be no default action bar given. So what you can do, so for example, if you select some different theme, suppose you are selecting material components light theme, material components dot light theme. Okay, so in this theme, whenever you will run your application, it will show you the action bar. Okay, or for example, suppose I select this theme, which is base dot theme dot material 3 dot light. Okay, this is material library 3, material design 3. So base dot theme dot material 3 dot light. Okay, now if I run my application, I will get that action bar there. So let's check it if I get action bar or not, so that you will be confirmed. So my application is running and I cannot see any action bar here. The reason for that is we have not set action bar here. So let's try to set action bar here. So theme dot material dot day night. Now let me run my application. You have to set the theme here into themes files. This is the themes file, and for that theme, for this also you need to set this theme day night, because this is night theme. It will only show in a daylight theme. Here also you need to set. So once you set that, it will show you the action bar into the view. If I go to theme default, which is theme.app, and if I try to run this application now, our application is now running, and as you can see, I have this action bar here. Now we can change the name of this action bar also, and we can add different things on the action bar also. So very first what we are going to do is we are going to add options menu here, which is action bar menu. Okay, so how to do that? So here in resource folder, if I right click and if I create Android resource file, and I will name is add my menu. This is my menu. I will name it as my menu, and I will select resource type as menu. Resource type as menu. If I click on OK, it will create a new menu file. See here, it has created a new menu file. Right now, if I go to code, okay, now here I want to add some items. So my first thing is item, and here in the item I will add title, which is search. Okay, one more title I will add as exit. Okay, but here what you need to do is you need to give ID for this item, and here search. So I will write item underscore search, and here also I will give one ID, item underscore exit. Now my menu, as you can see here, is set. Item underscore search, item underscore exit. It is done. Now what I need to do is I need to override one method in my activity, which is on create. So I will create and override that method here in activity, which is on create options menu. Since we have on create options, on create for activity, we have on create options menu for menu. Okay, and here I will write menu inflator. Okay, menu inflator, inflate get menu inflator. Okay, and inflator dot inflate. What are the parameter? Integer menu res, that is menu resource ID, and menu file we need to provide. So here I will write r dot menu dot my menu. Right, r dot menu dot my menu, and next thing is menu, which is this parameter. This above parameter is menu. We need to provide that. Okay, and this return I will remove. Instead of that menu return, what I will do is I will execute return true. And this statement I will comment. Okay, so here what I will do is menu inflator I have written, I am returning menu. Here on create options menu we are passing menu, but here we are not passing the old menu, we are passing our menu. That is why we are writing resource and menu, this menu. Okay, now the next method will be handling the click events. So if you write this method, it will show you your menu, but it will not give you on click events. So I will write on options item selected. Okay, on options item selected, and here also what we will do, above the return super on item option selected, I will write if item dot get item ID equal to r dot id dot item underscore search. Else if, so instead of that else I will write this if and item underscore exit. Okay, so here what we have written is item if, see, this is the on click on item on options item selected, right? So once that option is selected, it will give you menu item. Menu item is nothing it this is menu item. Oh sorry, I have forgot to add @ okay. So this item it will give you. So this item has ID, so you can identify as item.get item ID equal to item.search. Else if it is not, that if it is item.exit, you have to check it. Right now here I will write toast and I will write search click, and I will copy this toast, paste it here, and I will write exit clicked. Okay, so this is how my options items are created. Now let me run this application. It will give you the results. So our application is running, and as you can see we have got 3 dots here. If I click on those 3 dots, you can see search and exit. You can see search and exit. If I click on exit, it will give me exit clicked. If I click on search, it will give me search clicked. So this is how we have added options menu. See, for I will repeat it again. For options menu, you need to set the theme accordingly. Your theme is no action bar by default, and you have to remove that no action bar theme. So add theme which supports action bar. Other than no action bar, all of the themes support action bars. In main activity, you will not see it here. But maybe there is one option where you can see the theme color, I think. Let's check here. Add resource qualifier, create tablet. Here what they have: orient or horizontal, view options, show system UI. Here you can see this new app action bar. Okay, so according to this you will get the action bar, and in action bar you have to create one resource file which is menu resource file. See this menu, which is my menu, and this my menu file, it will do what? You can define your menu, you can define your grouping also, and you can add image also. Let me see if icon can be added. Icon is there. So if I add I see foreground icon, I don't think so it will show it in here. It will show in runtime only, but you can add that icon also, no problem with that. So this is how you will create the item file, menu item file, and then here in activity you need to initialize that layout file, which is a menu file, and in activity you need to set that file first. So you will need to override this on create options menu file, where you will comment the super statement. Why? Because you don't want to load the system generated menu, you want to show your own menu. That is why you will write menu inflator, and in inflator.inflate you will pass your menu, and you will pass this menu object as a secondary menu object parameter here, and return true. And in options item selected, you will get the on click event. So only 2 methods you need to add: on create options menu and on options item selected. Nothing else you need to write. Here it will give you menu item. You will check the menu item with the desired menu item by using get item ID, and then you can check it and you can run your own code, and then return super on options item menu selected. Okay, so this is how you create options menu. Now let's turn to the next menu, which is context menu. So okay, so The next menu is context menu. So context menus are typically used for actions related to the specific item, like a long press menu, and appears when long pressing an item on a view, offering context specification actions. So for example, it is useful for actions related to the selected item such as copy, delete or share. So this menu, it will appear onto the component. Once you long hold it or long press it, it will appear. So let's check the example how it works. So now in Android Studio, I will change few things. So now I have created on create options menu. Since we have learned options menu, we have created options menu. Now I will delete this and I will execute, and I will override one method. Since we have written on create options menu, I will write on create context menu. On create context menu. Okay, now here what I need to write is, I see now I don't have to create any file. I don't have to create any menu file. I will write directly here. I can directly add things here. So this is my menu, which is context menu. This is my view and this is menu info. So in my menu I can do add. See add. So menu item, it is returning. So adding menu item have different variables. So add int I, int I1, int I2, this is the subsequence. Okay, so how to add it, this is the level also. So we are going to use this int I1, I2, I3, I4. Okay, so in the first add, so let's see if we can get the documentation here. Okay, so no documentation found. I will tell you how this documentation and how this thing works. Okay, so this menu has the first parameter as group ID. See, I will write group ID, then item ID, then order, then title. Okay, so very first group ID I will send as 0. Then I will add v dot get item ID. V is what? V is nothing but the view which have passed here in the view. Then we have order, which is 0. Order means the position, and then title. So I will write search. I will write search. Right now, one more thing I will add. Group ID will be 0. Item ID will be get ID. Order will be 0. By default, it will give you order, and I will write exit. Okay, so my on create context menu is created. Now what I will do, I will cut and copy paste this, and I will delete this. Why? Because now it is not options item, it is context item. So on context item selected. Okay, and here instead of return I will write toast. Okay, toast, and here I will write item selected is item dot get title, and I will return true. Item get selected item title. Okay, now let's try to run this program. So my program is running, but I don't know from where to get the context menu, right? So we have forgot to add something, which is we have forgot to add on hold for the button, right? So I have a command here, register for context menu. Okay, and I will pass button dial. So this dial button, if I long press on that button dial, it will give me context menu. So let's try to run this application and see. Because context menus, it will give you options or menu on the component hanger. So that hanger, it will give you access and it will give you coordinates from where to show that menu. Okay, so let me run this first, and it is running on the device, and let's see. So on this dial number button, if I long press, it will show me menu. If I click on search, item selected, search. If I click on exit, see, if I click it here normally it will not show anything, but if I long press it, it will show me the menu, right? So for options menu, what was that? For options menu, you need to create only two methods. On create options menu, you need to pass that option, and then on context item selected, right? And for options, on options item selected. Okay, same for context you need to write. Now here we have added dynamic data. Now I don't want to add dynamic data, I want to add my menu file. How can I do that? So here also I will comment this, and instead of writing these things, I will write menu inflator, which is inflator equal to get menu inflator, and here I will write inflator dot inflate r dot menu dot my menu, and I will pass as menu. Now here I don't need to return true or anything, so that is why I will execute this super method also. Okay, now if I try to run this, let's see what happens. So previously we have created dynamic items we have added. Now we are not adding dynamic items, we are adding it using the XML file of menu. So my app is running, and as you can see, if I hold on this dial button, it will give me menu. Okay, if I click on search, it will not. If I hold on select image, it will give me nothing. If I hold on open web page, it will give me nothing, because but if I hold on dial a number, it will give me the menu. So this is context menu. So first was the options menu, and second is the context menu. Why options menu and context menus are used? So for options menu, we use it as for activity related operations, and for context menu we use as item related operations. Okay, so in the next video I am going to show you what is pop-up menu. So let's go to the next video and check what is pop-up menu, and then I will also show you different examples of options menu, context menu, pop-up menu in images from real-time applications.